Hey, what's up YouTube? It's One Way Up here back with another video, and today I have the Tesla Model S Plaid. So the Tesla Model S has been in production since 2012, and there are different trim levels of the Tesla Model S. The highest trims used to be called the P85D, the P100D, and for 2021 they came out with this version, the Plaid, shortened for Palladium. So the Plaid is the fastest accelerated version of the Tesla Model S, and with the 2021 refresh, this is the version that you're looking at today. Now with the Tesla Model S Plaid, you do get some nice 21-inch rims on the side, and the car does have an overall sleek design. And as you can see, walking over to the back of the car, you get a nice lip spoiler on the back. Looks like it's carbon fiber. And moving over to the back, now it does say Plaid, a little Plaid badge over here. I know in the Model X, the Plaid would be like a little square flag. Okay. Now one thing I really like about Teslas is that you can use your phone as the key, so when you walk up to the car, the handles are supposed to pop out like that. Grab a handle. Has a really nice interior. I love the light color cream on the seats with the black and the wood trim going around the cabin. And you do get some of that on the doors as well. Now stepping into the Model S Plaid, one of the big distinctions between this and other Teslas or vehicles in general is this yoke steering wheel, which is, very wide, has a lot of buttons on it. Doesn't have any stalks on the side. Pretty much all your controls are going to be through this steering wheel. Then you have this nice big screen. Now when you close the door, it does make a nice solid thud. So this car does feel pretty luxurious, I will say. There's a lot of nice materials throughout the cabin. Even on the interior of the pillars, you get a nice soft carpet padding running all along the side to where the seatbelt is. And even on the lower part, you don't get any plastic. It's all carpet or soft touch on the lower part of the doors. You get two charging pads here where you can put your phone, where you can get easy access to it while it's charging. And the great thing about the Tesla wireless charging is that it charges much faster than it does in other vehicles. Moving down here, you get this nice wood trim. I don't know if it's real wood or not, but it does feel like real wood, and it does give it a nice look to the car as well. Over here on the side, you get more soft touch material, which I do really like about this car. Another great feature that I do like is how they compartmentalize this middle section. So you do have cup holders, but you can also push the cup holders back, revealing more space. So you do get a good amount of space down here if you did need to use it. And you just tap it to slide forward. You also have another compartment here where you could place some things as well, and then you can also hide that and push this back and just bring this forward if you just wanted to have this space. Another thing you can do that's really cool is that you can hide everything with this wood trim. So you can slide it forward to just reveal the cup holders, or tap it again and then it seamlessly covers everything. Over here in the center armrest, you do have a nice soft material, and I do like that it's pretty wide. And then to open it, there's no little latch that you have to touch. It just opens up freely, which is very good. And you do have more space in this section of it. So overall, this car does have an open sky, open roof line. I don't know what it's called, but it's pretty nice. It doesn't feel like you have the sun beaming down on you the whole time as you're driving, because it is tinted, but it is a nice feature that I do really like about the car. Okay, so now I will fasten my seatbelt. and all I have to do is tap the brake. Now the car is optimized to go. Just go on the accelerator. I really love this screen, how it's very advanced. It'll show you the stop signs. It'll even show you cars on your side of the street and the other side of the street. Now this yoke steering wheel definitely does take some getting used to at first, but once you're used to it, it is very easy to drive. And yeah, it works. And it's very easy to put the car in autopilot or auto steer. All you have to do is just tap the button right there, and then it just takes over. Now I'm not going to do it while I'm recording because the car will sense you, or I don't know how it does it, there's cameras in it, but it'll know that you're recording the street while you're in autopilot, and it doesn't let you keep it in that mode. It'll automatically disengage, and they only give you a certain amount of times you can do it before they fully disengage it from the vehicle, and you do have to wait some time to get it back. But the ride is okay, I will say. For a $100,000 car, the BMW 7 Series and the Mercedes definitely does ride better in my opinion, but the car is very insulated, it's quiet, the materials are nice. One thing that could be playing a role in the bumps and the harshness of the ride, it could be the 21-inch rims that are on this car, but I do have the suspension in the most comfortable setting, and it still does feel harsher than I would have liked it, but it's not a full luxury car. But when you hit this icon here, you could adjust the suspension, and you can change it between comfort, sport, and other things. And you can also adjust the ride height as well, which is pretty cool. So I know I'm driving a Model S Plaid, and you guys are probably wondering about the acceleration. This car is dangerously quick, so when you are accelerating, you need to be careful where you do it, when you do it, and how you do it. So I'm going to find an open road. Once this light changes, I should have an opportunity. Turn signals are right here. This takes some getting used to, definitely. And I must say, the horn. There was a time I was on the road and I needed to press the horn, and I didn't go for here. I knew the horn was somewhere in this general direction, but I accidentally hit the windshield wipers. I do feel like the horn should probably be right here, because your thumb is going to be in this general area, so it'll be easier to just hit the horn that way as opposed to having to reach across and tap it. But I'm sure with more time with this vehicle, that's something that's easy to adjust to. But yeah, this car has over 1,000 horsepower, and it really launches. It feels like the car is trying to leave the ground at times. Oh, there's a nice scat pack over there. Alright, and I'm going to floor it. That's 62 miles an hour. Yep, it pushes you back in your seat, and it's really nothing like it. The first time you feel it, you might feel a little bit nauseous, but yeah, this car is fast, it's fun, it never gets boring to keep flooring it. And yeah, it's a great experience. Now, another cool thing about this car is that you do have a very big screen, and you can control everything from this car pretty much through the screen, and you do have additional options when you're not in the car to do it through the Tesla app. So over here, I do really like about the climate controls how it's very intuitive. When you touch on the numbers, you could adjust the direction of where the air is coming from. You have heated and cooled seats down here. You can even heat the yoke, windshield, pretty much everything that you would get in a modern car system. You have your Bluetooth controls. You do have little games you can play. This is a little toy box app you can put on a fireplace, and it'll show a fireplace on the screen, and you can play around with the horn. There's just so many different things you can do in here. When I hit arcade up here, you do have some games you can play, and you do have a theater where you can watch apps. I'm just not connected to Wi-Fi now, but you do have Netflix and other streaming services on here like YouTube, where you can watch videos while you're in your Tesla. Nice navigation screen. I will say I don't have a need to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, because it's pretty much up to date with the car's built-in navigation, and it'll tell you where the charging stations are, how much battery percentage you'll have, and the full self-driving in this car works very well with the navigation that you have in the car. So basically, this car is equipped with the full self-driving, and it will actually turn and stop at stop signs. It'll even pull over to the side when there's an oncoming car coming, or it'll go around the vehicle, like for instance if a bus stops at a bus stop and is blocking half of your lane. So I do really like the full self-driving system. It's not perfect. You do feel like you have to kind of keep an eye on it and baby it, but it's still in beta phase, and for a beta phase it's very, very good. But even when you're driving the car, you don't always have to use full self-driving. You could just use the auto steer feature, which is very good. You know, it senses vehicles all around you as you drive, and I will say it makes your driving a lot more relaxing, and you're not having to work as hard to get to where you want to go. But this car also does have a really great sound system. You do have speakers on the side of the door as well. These seats are very comfortable. I will say that the leather in the Model S is a lot better than in the Y or the Model 3. Alright, now to open the door, you just press this button right here. Actually, it's not even a button, it's just a sensor. Now I'm moving over to the back. Now here I am sitting in the back. So legroom wise, I do have the chair pushed pretty far back. I am 6'3". I can sit back here, but I do wish that it did have a little bit more space here in the back, I must say. But if you're not as tall as 6'3", then under that you shouldn't have any issues sitting here in the back. But I do like how there is a little tablet down here where you can control the climate. You can even hit that and you could pull up some streaming apps and watch some things back here. But yeah, this little open skyline thing that they have going on is pretty cool. So as you're sitting in the back, it does give it a more open feel, and then it does feel like there's a lot of headroom in here, which there actually is more than I thought, which is pretty good. And then I do like that there's a speaker right here, so when you're playing music, this car does have a really great sound system and it sounds very good, definitely. Okay, so I'm going to step out. So with the trunk, you do get a good amount of trunk space in this vehicle, I must say. Have a cover, and it does go in pretty deep. Now, you do have this little covering. It's not letting me open it right now, but and then automatic closing trunk. So yeah, overall, I will say that this is a very fun car to drive. It's very, tech heavy, and it really is very fast. Now, I've never put it in the cheetah mode where it optimizes the motors to go full speed, but I've driven it, in plaid mode, and this car is very fast. So it is the fastest car I've driven, and I will say this is definitely a great experience that car enthusiasts should try and do. But that concludes my YouTube video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.